Good morning, Crossridge. Unbelievably, we are back at another Friday, and it is time for our weekend update, looking ahead to what we've got coming on Sunday as well as for the rest of the weekend. So first off, it is Friday, so tonight is CR Youth Online. We would love to see as many of your students out as possible as we break off into our small groups, and tonight we finish our study of the book of Job as we see God's final speech to Job and to his friends at the very, very end of this book. And we find out a lot about the nature of who God is, his justice, and his rule. So love to see you guys out for that. We're going to be hanging out and having a great time with that as well. Sunday, we are back to our online gathering, our live stream at 10 a.m. Lee is going to continue on in our series between promise and fulfillment. And this week, we look at the story of Isaac and of Abraham. And I think you all know the story. Lee is going to unpack that, show us what God says to us in that scripture as we continue to dig deeper into the life of Abraham and of Sarah and their family and what God has been doing with them. While you're there, if you are looking for something for your kids, crossridgekids.ca has a great set of teaching there and some other things to involve your kids in and to grow them closer to their relationship with Christ. This week, we are moving from the Old Testament into the New Testament as we look at the story from Adam to Jesus. And that's going to be really exciting for your kids to see what God has done throughout all of history, leading up to the great work he did with Jesus, and hopefully again pointing us further down the road to where we see Jesus finishing that work. And that's something I think we can all look to as we're kids or we're parents or we're not parents. It doesn't even matter. It is a great, great bit of news to hear and know about the continuing redeeming work of Jesus as he leads us towards that future kingdom with God. So that's what you guys need to know this week, Crossridge. Again, our Sunday live stream starts at 10 a.m. We'd love for you to be there, Facebook or YouTube. In the coming weeks, as restrictions continue to lift, I want to encourage you all to stay in contact with us again via many of our social media platforms or the website, Facebook, whatever it is that works best for you. We are going to be putting out updates as more updates are released to us as far as how the church can gather and what we can do in keeping safe, but also continuing to grow in our discipleship and our apprenticeship of Jesus. So there you have it, Crossridge, your Friday update. Hope you guys take care out there and continue to reach out to us. We'd love to pray for you. We'd love to meet with you as best as we can right now and continue to dive into the mess of life that God's grace so affects with each of us.